Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes, as usual. I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Korean woman's face on the front of my shirt. Um, I like reality, unless I'm doing acid or shrooms. But CNN, the news station. That's not really a news station because they seem to be very one-sided. But most news stations are leaning to one side or the other. That's why you gotta watch independent news sources. But anyway, CNN, someone on there, I don't know who because I don't care. Uh, CNN was doing a story about Dylan Mulvaney. The guy that, well, you know who Dylan Mulvaney is, right? Like he's the reason why Budweiser is being protested because he's the tranny that was holding up the beer can. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, so some news person on CNN was doing a story about the whole Bud Light thing and why they're losing money, and Dylan Mulvaney, he's a influencer and blah 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 blah. Anyway, CNN later did an apology and said they misgendered Dylan Mulvaney. They said we apologize. Oh, I'm paraphrasing. We should have called him a she. That right there. I mean, if CNN had any credibility, that right there killed it. Dylan Mulvaney is a guy who has a mental disorder, who is, well, repulsive, has an eating disorder. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with this guy. But most of his followers are kids, so I don't know why he's even promoting beer in the first place, but that's a whole other thing. But anyway, when a news source apologizes for calling Dylan Mulvaney a guy, that that really says a lot. That really says that the facts don't matter, the truth doesn't matter, reality doesn't matter, common sense doesn't matter. Who's really in charge? Because if you're trying to convince me, I mean, it's bad enough that Miss Netherlands is a man. Look up. I did a podcast about this the other day. Look up Miss Netherlands. Okay, look up Miss Netherlands. See who won, and see who got second place. The woman who got second place is a friggin' dime. I'm talking 10 out of 10. Okay, the woman who won second place, or the woman who placed second place, is a smoke show. The man who won first place looks like a donkey. Crooked teeth, scrunched up face, man's body. Skinny Dylan Mulvaney man's body. Okay, so we're living in a society. We're living in a world where a big portion of the population is insane and just refuses to live in what we call reality. Okay? So, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm just your average, regular guy who, likes K pop. But, for the reasons of they're a bunch of hot chicks. Okay, so if you put a transgender like, Dylan Mulvaney in a beauty contest with a bunch of K pop idols, there's no way in hell he's gonna win. Okay? Like, take any beauty pageant contest and you put Dylan Mulvaney in it. If he wins, there's something wrong. Like, why are we pretending? That this is the whole point. I don't. Why are we pretending? Why are we pretending that men in dresses and lipstick are women? Why are we apologizing for getting their gender right? It's a dude. You have a news CNN of all places making an apology to Dylan Mulvaney for getting his gender right. I mean, this is some clown world bullshit. It's offensive. It's well, I mean, it's offensive to women. It's offensive if you like reality. I mean, are you trying to convince people that I don't know, like that means I can this means I can go to like Party City and buy a I don't know, a bird costume and I can wear that and if you don't call me an avian, if you don't call me a seagull, if you misgender me and don't call me a gull, we're gonna have a problem. I mean, this you're basically saying if whatever you dress up like a cat, you pin a tail to your butt, okay? You're a cat now. Like you are the same as a real cat. That's what you're saying. I don't want to live in a world like that. Cause, cause, what's I mean, it's the same logic. So a dude putting on lipstick and a dress is like a real woman. So a dude putting on cat ears and a tail is a real cat, right? Makes sense to me. See, this is stupid clown world bullshit. If anyone is still watching, if anyone still watches CNN after this, I have no idea what to tell you. I have no idea. But it is just straight up clown world. Anyway, I saw something that was funny. Giselle Maxwell, the woman who helped Epstein get all the girls for the island to sleep with all of our senators and CEOs. Yeah, that chick. So, she's in a minimum security. Or is it? Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure she's in like a minimum security women's prison. I read a story where like, one of her cellmates is a guy. One of her cellmates is a transgender. Like, what the fuck? And apparently, he was having sex with some chick, and Giselle complained because it was keeping her awake at night. I mean, and whatever. Just why is there a dude in a women's prison? Just come on. I mean, just just another example of clown world. You got dudes in women's prisons, and so apparently she complained, and like they moved him to a different cell, or yeah, but it's that 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 doesn't solve the problem. It's still a dude in a woman's prison. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why is that okay? And I just think it's funny that Giselle is complaining about that. I mean, isn't she the same woman who was getting 14-year-olds to bang half the Democratic Party? I mean, with all the stuff she's seen in her life, you would think a tranny banging her cellmate is nothing. But I guess it was too much for her. But it's clown world. It's clown world. I want I want to see someone buy like an illegal pet, like 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 aren't like tigers illegal to own? I don't know. I'm just throwing out tigers. I want someone to like buy a tiger, but say it identifies as a dog because it should it should work. I mean, if you got dudes in women's prisons, if you got to apologize for calling Dylan Mulvaney a guy, if Miss Netherlands can be a dude, I mean, reality is either reality or it's not. You can't pick and choose this bullshit. You either live in the real world or you live in fantasy land. You can't have one arm in fantasy land, another one in the real world, another one in between. You got to make a choice. Do you want to live in reality or do you want to live in this made up bullshit fantasy world? It makes no sense. And then when someone does play their game, there's a city council member, like it's like a white guy, heterosexual white man, but he came out and said that he identifies as a black woman. And he says that him and his family are struggling through this, but he anyway, he's totally you know doing what they're doing, and but the thing is they have to take him seriously. And they're like news organizations were like interviewing him, and he's like, yeah, I identify as a black woman now. I'm trans, and I'm transracial, and they had to take it serious, even though he was look that up, but yeah, he was totally just fucking with them. But that's what happens, you know. Like even the people who are living in this fantasy world sometimes get hit in the face like, wow, like we really have to like acknowledge this guy as a trans black woman now. Well, you're the one that started it. Reality is fun. Okay, try living in reality. Things will go a lot smoother. Anyway, I've said enough. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.